Pete.
Yeah, Raven, on the inbounds pass, you just saw Camilla there and wanted to get it in. Was that the idea?
Well, Coach drew up the play, and I just follow her guidelines. I mean, I trust her. And Coach told Camilla, shoot the ball. Camilla shot the ball with confidence. And that's Boyer. Boyer works with her every day on her shot, so it translates to the game.
Here in the front.
Raven, I know you're very close with Camilla. That's the first 3 of her career. What's it mean to see someone like that, have such a game like that?
I'm still shocked. I can't believe that she made that. I can't believe she shot the 3, because usually she'd be like, I'm not shooting no 3. I'm not shooting no 3. I was just excited for her, and it's God's plan, honestly. I just give it to God. And Coach Staley, like, the best coach in the nation.
Pete.
MiLaysia, what happened? What happened in those final 2 quarters, especially the fourth quarter where they made that run? It looked like you guys had things under control in the first half. What changed there?
I feel like they just came out and they just wanted to win. So me and my team, we did a great job just going out executing what Coach drew up on the board. So I feel like once we just start listening to her and executing, then things started turning our way.
We go Pete and then down in front.
Raven, did you think you guys had lost this game?
No, because if Coach is comfortable, confidence when honestly, I'm gonna cap. I was about to cry out there, and I looked at Coach, and she's like, "We're good." I was like, "Okay, if she said we're good, then we're good." So if she thinks we're good, then we should think we're good.
Right here in the front.
MiLaysia, you had such a good game throughout. What went well tonight? And playing on such a big stage like that, how do you step up?
I felt like I was just giving what the defense gave me and just staying poised throughout the whole game. I usually get speed up, so I just told myself that I was going to stay calm and stay poised today, and it worked out in my favor.
All right. We do one final one from the young man in the back here.
Hey, for both of y'all, when was the last time you were part of a dog pile that big at midcourt, and is that usually your thing, or what was it like in that moment?
We'll start with MiLaysia. You can answer first.
I've never been in that predicament, but it was crazy. I'm so proud she made a shot. I'm so proud of my team.
Honestly, I didn't want to lose. I was just thinking about winning. It just gave me a flashback of last year, and I don't want to go through that again. So I just think, when I don't know. I think all of us have flashbacks of last year, and we definitely don't want to lose. We want to keep winning.
All right. We'll let the student athletes return to the locker room at this time. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
You didn't even answer the question. The dog pound at the end.
It's okay. All right. We'll now take questions for head coach. We go to you, Pete.
Don, what was that experience like? Because with this team, we've talked all along about, how they don't know what they don't know, and they still able to pull this out when it looked like all the odds were against them.
Yeah, let me just say this. Tennessee plays some excellent basketball, excellent. They coached, they made adjustments, they clawed their way back in the game, they took the momentum, and it's just uncommon favor. It's uncommon favor. And I do have to mention this every game. Mrs. Boston sends out scripture, sends out messages, and I'm looking at my phone, and she just texted about 6:44, and she said, "I told you." She is the one person that has prayed over our program while Aaliyah was here, and probably more that she's not here, to have the same type or more success that we had when her daughter was here. Now, that is hard to believe. It's really hard to believe when she says things like that, but the more and more she says it, the more and more great things are happening to our program. So I'm just happy that we have a prayer warrior like Mrs. Boston every day, because I told her this today. I said, when you send me these messages, it gives me a perfect peace amongst everything that we're doing and having to deal with, and I just really appreciate that.
Next question.
But I don't know. I don't even know if I answered your question, Pete. I've been around a lot of basketball. None happier than I am for our players. They work hard. I just, really it flashed in front of me. Like, what are the headlines are going to say? What are, some of y'all have written some of y'all stories already. I got to change it up a little bit. But I'm just happy for our players because I don't want them to endure that, like, right now. It could happen in the future. I hope not. But I'm happy that we live to see another day, and I'm happy for our fams as well, because I know they spend their hard-earned money coming here, expecting us to be in the championship game on Sunday, and we found a way. We found a way to make it happen.
All right. We'll go to the young lady here and then in front.
Coach Staley, you mentioned Miss Boston sending you text messages throughout the season, and it brings you at peace. But can you tell us how you help your own players be at peace? Of course, you have a lot of new faces. This is their first time in this tournament. Like you said, you have fams coming to the game. What do you say or what do you do to help them stay poised in these moments?
I'm a little fire and brimstone at times. But in these situations, I really don't stress out. Because I'm going to be able to handle whatever. If we lost the game, I'm going to be able to handle it. I'm going to be able to find the words to comfort them. So, I don't really get too high with the highs or low with the lows. I just try to maintain because that's the same messaging that I give to our players. So if they seem pretty calm, it's because we take them through exercises in practice. We take them through exercises during games. And, they're young and carefree, to be quite honest. So it's some of that as well.
Right in the front.
Coach, can you walk us through those last 30 seconds? What was the play that you drew out? Is that what did it go to plan?
The last 30 seconds?
I guess the last 10 seconds.
The last 10 seconds, we had an opportunity. We had possession of the ball. And then somehow we turned the ball over. It was a backcourt violation. I don't even know how that ball slipped through Tessa's hands. I really don't know how it slipped. I was calling a timeout if she would have caught the ball, but I just didn't anticipate her missing that ball like that. Bad kickball player. I wouldn't pick her in a kickball game. So they gained possession, and then I thought we did a good job. I thought it was a 5-second count. I really did thought it was a 5-second count, but they got the ball in bounds. We did a great job at defending at the rim. They got the rebound. They put it back in. We called a timeout. And quite honestly, I made a bad move because I thought we had the ball in front of our bench. So I drew up a play in front of our bench, and then we ended up having to take it out, underneath the basket. So we were all discombobulated. At that point, I just wanted our team to get a shot at the basket. And once we did, we had the foul. Then they went back down the court and thankfully missed 2 free throws. It gave us an opportunity to set up that play. We put MiLaysia in the game because she had some late game heroics or some late shot clock heroics and some end of quarter heroics for us. So we wanted to put her in the game to see if she can get a good look at a shot. She got fouled, and then it set up the play where, I really wanted Powell to be in a position to catch and shoot, but I knew they weren't going to. They did a great job on Powell all night long. So I was skeptical about giving her the ball. And then I just told Raven to just throw it high to Camilla. Camilla passed it to Powell, and I'm like, no, they're not going to let Powell get any daylight. At the end, before I told Camilla, yelled at her and said, shoot it. I added some more words to that, but I can't say it right here.
We go Pete and then the young man in the back.
Dawn, I know you've been trying to get Camilla to shoot it more. Why doesn't she shoot it more?
She's probably just, she's probably stuck in the mode of coaches not wanting bigs to shoot, get on the block and score on the block. And I mean, maybe this will open the lid for her to shoot a little bit more because she's got a decent shot. She's got a decent mid-range. She's got a decent three. She's always going to be open. So maybe she'll shoot it now.
Coach Joey Lamar from WSAV out of Savannah. The bench had 33 points tonight. Were you aware of that? And for much of the game, the bench was outscoring the starters. How impactful is that when it makes it tough to defend when you're playing 9, 10 players deep and the bench is able to produce that many points?
Yeah. I mean, one of the keys to each and every one of our games is our bench production. And we pride ourselves on it, obviously, because we got a lot of players that could be starters in other programs, but they choose to come to South Carolina. And I don't think they choose to come off the bench, but they choose to take a role in which they could be equally as effective. I mean, Tessa's doing a great job. Our youngsters are doing a really great job. They give us a totally different look. Like, they can attack the basket, they're floor spacers, and not a whole lot of people really are probably putting them on their scouting report. So it gives us an opportunity to utilize them in a way in which frees them up to do some things.
All right, we do one final question.
Speaking of MiLaysia, she talked about it herself tonight. She had a real maturity, and you talked about her late game heroics. Can you speak to her poise as a freshman tonight and then throughout the season?
MiLaysia is constantly improving. Like, if you would have saw her like just 2 months ago, I mean, she really didn't get back in transition. She really got lost in half court defense. She didn't put pressure on the ball. Like, she can be an elite defender, and at times she's an elite defender because she got a steal at half court and laid the ball up. Obviously, when we're looking at what we're looking at, we needed those 2 points. Points didn't come by very often in the fourth quarter, but her maturation process is great. She wants to be great, so she takes criticism well. She doesn't like it in the moment, but if you come back and you explain it to her, she has a really good understanding of it. Like, I didn't think she played. I thought she played really undisciplined yesterday. And then when I talked to her today, she said she hadn't watched the game yet, but she was going to go back and watch it. And then one of our other coaches talked to her and reported back to me that she was like, it's going to be better today. It's going to be different. And that's how she operates.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.